The 31st anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, the groundbreaking civil rights law that prohibits discrimination against the world's largest minority group, people with disabilities. Laura Allen is a Google accessibility expert and joins us to explain the importance of assistive technology. Good morning.
Good morning, Aubrey.
So we're talking about the Americans with Disability Act, the anniversary today, and we're talking about it in relation to assistive technology. Why is that important?
Assistive technology and accessibility are just so critical for so many different reasons. For example, I have a very rare visual impairment, which impacts my central vision. And I rely on many different assistive technology tools in my day-to-day life for me to be able to be productive and independent. These are tools that got me through school, got me through college, got me into the workforce. And they really make it possible for me to interact with my devices and stay socially connected and engaged, even though I have a visual impairment. And there are so many different types of disabilities that are out in the world. This is such a huge population of people. 1 in 4 people in the United States has a disability. So we really need to be thinking about how do we build more inclusive experiences? How do we build more inclusive technology? And building assistive tools is one way to do that.
Well, when we think about tech and innovation, it is really exciting. It helps so many of us do so many more different or, just streamlines life and makes it easier. And so it is important that we also think about how it can help people with disabilities, especially when it comes to like navigating the entire world.
Absolutely. And there are a number of different features that Google has built to assist people with disabilities as they navigate the world. So, for example, there's a feature on Android that's called Lookouts. And Lookout uses the phone's camera to understand what's going on in the world around you. So for someone who's blind or low vision, you could use Lookout to basically help to detect objects around you. You can use it to scan a document and quickly hear what's on the page. So I use this sometimes with a piece of mail. Yeah, you could even use it to read food labels or currency to figure out, do I have a $1 bill in my hand or a $5 bill?
Right.
So that's Lookout. And there's also a lot more that's built in for navigation in Google Maps. So for example, there's a feature called detailed voice guidance in Google Maps, which for someone like me with low vision, as I'm navigating the world and exploring and getting to a new place, for example, in a new city, I'm not able to see the street signs. I'm not able to always see the numbers on buildings. And I can really, benefit from having some additional context as I'm walking. So detailed voice guidance will tell me things like, you're still on the correct route. Your next turn is in 200 feet, or, large intersection approaching, proceed with caution. So it can really just help me to boost that confidence as I'm navigating independently. And then one other feature to mention in terms of navigation is within Google Maps, there's a feature called accessible places as well. So, 130 million people use wheelchairs. And as you're navigating and you're going to a new restaurant or a place of business, you really want to know, well, when I get there, is it going to be accessible to me? So will it have an accessible entrance or accessible restrooms, things like that? So accessible places is a feature in Maps that you can turn on and get that detailed information about millions of places across the world. And this is something that's not only useful for people using wheelchairs, but also for someone using a baby stroller or someone who's on crutches due to a broken ankle or many different situations. So assistive technology can be, of course, transformational for people with disabilities, but also very useful for so many more people as well.
Oh, yes, I could definitely think of all the everyday ways that it is helpful, disabilities or not. And so a lot of these tools we already have in our smart devices and we can start accessing it now?
Absolutely. Yes. A lot of tools are built into your smartphones, into your browser, different features built into Chrome, into Android, into Chromebooks, into the laptop devices built by Google. Lots of different features built in across the Google product suite.
That's awesome. Any other final thoughts you want to leave us with when it comes to accessibility and assistive technology?
Just that, accessibility is something that impacts everyone, whether you're dealing with a disability yourself, if it's a permanent disability or perhaps a temporary disability, or if your loved one is going through something with a disability. So it's just so important to be learning about accessibility services and tools, and helping to keep inclusion in mind to build a more inclusive world together.
I'm definitely going to check out some of these features starting today. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. If you want more information, you can visit google.com/accessibility.